Boa tarde, meus irmãos e irmãs. Tenham dia abençoado. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. This is your man Larry, the American Brazilian. And I wanted to share something based on a post that I saw from Oshay Duke Jackson yesterday. Shout out to Oshay Duke Jackson. And it was involved, a woman being modest and the results that she received versus a woman being, I guess you can say, showing all of her assets, kind of being provocative in public and basically leading with her body versus her personality or who she actually is. So you have a woman who leads with her body, and then you have a woman that leads with her modesty, and the results and the, I guess you can say, the reward that they each get. So I wanted to tackle, I guess you can say, the issue abroad. Does it exist? And if so, is there a difference? Well, I'll say it this way, and I'll talk about Brazil because I'm the American Brazilian. É verdade. Anyway, one woman, and I'll just give you a brief synopsis if you haven't seen the video. I'll see if I can drop a link for his video in the description box. So you have, one is married to a famous football player. The other one is the girlfriend of a famous football player. One has she's very attractive. They both are pretty attractive. One is not only attractive, but she has a very voluptuous body. The other one, she's modestly attractive, and her body is so-so. But the one who is, I guess you could say, has the voluptuous body, and I don't really know her name. I'll just say her boyfriend is Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's girlfriend is his girlfriend and has been for quite some time. Whereas Patrick Mahomes' wife was his girlfriend for a period of time and became his wife. And the issue is, does that exist in Brazil, where people date for a long period of time? What is the end game, if there is one? And I will tell you this. Women who date in Latin America, they date with the objective to become a wife, point blank and period. Now, are there some who became baby mamas after being strung along for a period of time? Yes. However, the objective is always to become a wife. Now, I'm not saying that Travis Kelce's girlfriend's objective is not to become a wife. I think it might be. But after 10 years, I think you have to be comfortable to a degree with the situation or the arrangement as it is, because it's been 10 years and you're still a girlfriend. Now, yes, there are perks. There are cars, there are trips, a lot of material perks. There's notoriety, celebrity, etc., etc. And I think that she would probably have a little bit of that if he weren't in the picture, because after all, she's like very beautiful, voluptuous body. Men want to see her, they desire to be with her, etc., etc. And so I think that she would be okay. So does that happen in Brazil? Yes, but there's a dichotomy, which is one thing that makes two seemingly things that are the same very different in their outcome, and that's this. They do it with the desire to get married. As I said earlier, yes, single mothers do exist. Yes, women are in relationships and have been in for a certain period of time, but there's always a cutoff time. Obviously, there's an exception to every rule, but the rule in Latin America is that you don't date just to date. You date with an objective, and that objective is to become a wife, because becoming a wife is a badge of honor. Having your femininity is an attribute of honor, and that's typically what men look for in Latin America. Now here, I think it's different. If you have a beautiful body, but you're loud and you're a boss bee, just to get with you, I think a lot of men will be willing to lower their standards just to say that they have somebody that looks a certain way. Being loud and brash and boisterous in Latin America is different, because a lot of Latin American women are kind of loud or whatever, some of them, but they kind of know where they know I hate to say their place, but they know their place. So they know when to be a certain way and when not to be. They know when to put it out front and when to reel it in. And here it's not really like that. It's like, you accept me as I am, and if you don't like me, then you have the problem, not me. I don't have to make any adjustments, you do. And it's not necessarily like that in Latin America, definitely in Brazil. But yes, so you do have women like that, but they do it with an objective. Also, most of the women in Brazil, when they dress, yes, their clothes are form fitting. They wear tight things, but that's kind of commonplace and standard in Latin America, even amongst the men. People don't usually wear their clothes falling off them and hanging off them. That's not really how they do things. Also, like if you went to the beach, you'll think, man, wow, all these women have thongs on. That's kind of the standard bathing suit in Latin America. And I'm sure Barbara's World, Drees TV, Aaron Ferris, Unique Physiques, all of those guys can attest to what I'm saying. Ace Live, who I think is in Brazil right now. Even Marwa, those guys. And I hate to name drop, but what I'm saying is people that I know that have been there have seen that. And you guys who are, supporters of people who are in the travel sectors, content creators who are in the travel sector, I'm sure you guys have seen that as well. So it's kind of commonplace. So, when you look at beach shots, they're not necessarily saying, oh, I'm going to find all of the women with these thong bikinis or G-string bikinis. That's kind of commonplace. That's kind of what they do. But when you take them off of the beach, by and large, I'll say 7 out of 10 are extremely feminine, and they do it if they want to get to know you. If they like you, they like you. And some of them are willing to go certain places with you, at certain points. But it's always with an angle. It's never a situation where, I say, would you mess with you, and I don't care. You have that, but it's rare. So yeah, you do have women who have voluptuous bodies. You do have. So here's my point. It's kind of a mixture. You have the Travis Kelce girlfriend's body with the Patrick Mahomes wife, modesty. So you have the 2-in-1 more than anything in places like Brazil. So, and that's my anecdotal experience. That's what I've encountered with relatives of my wife, even people that I knew 2 years before I even met my wife when I went to Brazil and was dating an individual. That's kind of what they do. That's how they are. That's who they are, more important than anything. So yeah, you do have that. And so, but it would be cool if you had more of that here in America. It's not that it doesn't exist. It's just that, in Western society and the boss bee mentality, I don't need a man, for anything. You accept me as I am. I'm just as good as you. I can do everything you can do. Mentality, that femininity kind of lowers and that masculinity kind of rises. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, I actually made a video. This is the second video that I've made, which is kind of 2-part. You'll see it's been spliced because I got a business call when I was making the video. Anyway, this is your man Larry, the American Brazilian. Até breve. Eu falar para vocês de manhã, amanhã. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And boa fim de semana. Have a good weekend. É verdade.